Welcome to uTalk, the world's most fun and effective language learning app. Learn more than 130 languages from any language. Over 60 topics covering everything you need for travel, business, or just making friends. Listen to native speakers, then have a go yourself. Remember words by playing intuitive and rewarding games. Log on and sync across your devices. Try it now. uTalk. It's fun and simple with immediate results.
Lead me, Lord, lead me by the hand and help me face the rising sun. Comfort me through all the pain that life may bring. There's no other hope that I can lean upon. Lead me, Lord, lead me all my life. Walk by me across the lonely roads that I may face. Take my arms and let your hand show me the way. Show the way to live inside your heart. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. Lead me, Lord. Lead me, Lord. Even though at times I'd rather go alone my way. Help me take the right direction. Take your road. Lead me, Lord, and never leave my side. All my days, all my life, you are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. You are my light. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life, all through my days. So lead me, oh Lead me.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang maging
Welcome to uTalk, the world's most fun and effective language learning app. Learn more than 130 languages from any language. Over 60 topics covering everything you need for travel, business, or just making friends. Listen to native speakers, then have a go yourself. Remember words by playing intuitive and rewarding games. Log on and sync across your devices. Try it now. uTalk. It's fun and simple with immediate results.
Hello, good morning everyone. I'm Miss Annalyn Aban from Pelta Multimedia Incorporated, and we're back with our Saturdays webinar. And for today's schedule, we'll be showing with you one of our latest solution that is designed for language proficiency. And we're very fortunate this morning for we'll be having an international guest all the way from London. So we'll be having Mr. Steve later from uTalk that will be sharing us later a live demonstration on how we're gonna use the application. But to begin with, I'll be calling our President and CEO, Ms. Mylene Abiba, for an opening remarks.
Hello, welcome to the Felta Free Teachers Training, and today you will learn about uTalk, the language proficiency software we are offering. Here in this software, you will learn about the accent. You will also learn about the pronunciation of the language of your choice. We have over 140 languages in store for you, but you will also not only learn about the language as well, but you'll also be able to play games and have the accreditation or certification that you will need. We're also pleased that today we are joined by Steve Etalk, Managing Director of uTalk from London, England, and he will explain more about the product and how it will benefit you, and you will have fun at the same time while learning the languages as well. So on behalf of Felta Multimedia and our team, thank you for spending your Saturday morning with us. God bless. And let's all learn as one. Thank you. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas.
Right, so that's a wonderful greetings from Ms. Mylene Abiba, our President and CEO of Pelta Multimedia Incorporated. So this Saturday, we'll be talking about uTalk. Okay, it's a solution designed for a language proficiency. We all know that this COVID-19 pandemic challenged us in so many ways, especially with our programs in education. So with Felta Multimedia, we aim to modernize education, and we keep on providing solution that we can use in order for us to innovate education system here in the Philippines. Okay, now I'm going to share with you of what is uTalk. Okay, so this is an application that we can use for language proficiency. Okay, there you go. So what is uTalk? uTalk is formerly uTalk, if you're familiar with that. So uTalk has been providing language learning resources since the company's foundation in 1991. uTalk specializes in techniques which make language learning simple and enjoyable. So that's one of our aim, with immediate result, of course. By combining visual learning with native speaker, audio, and interactive games, we've got a solution which over 30 million people across the world have used. And we all know that the main barrier to successfully learning a language is lack of confidence. So our uTalk application focuses specifically on improving listening and speaking skills and getting you comfortable with the sounds of your voice in the new language and pushing you to appraise your efforts to each languages. So for each topic, um, it is handcrafted to bring you the everyday vocabulary that you'll actually needed and presented in achievable bite-sized chunks. We believe that the best way to succeed is to accelerate the acquisition of vocabulary and good pronunciation early on. So we don't focus on grammar at all. Instead, we'll be showing that communication can start to happen effectively at a very early stage. And what we promote is a thirst to learn more by showing how much can be achieved from day one. So the uTalk application will definitely work with iOS, Android, PC, Mac, and web browser. Okay, allowing easily accessible learning wherever you are. All right. So let's explore uTalk. uTalk is a leading education technology company. It is an official UK education supplier, and uTalk help school and colleges to improve their language teaching and learning. With uTalk or with learning with uTalk, we will guide learners with a clear learning pathway with instruction in most native languages. The stages of languages presentation, practice, and assessment are designed to support effective learning. uTalk isn't organized into every topics and split into bite-sized chunks of learning, and we'll be providing as well training and supports for teachers. Now the question is, how does the uTalk work? Okay, so users simply need to download the application to their device. It can be on a computer, phone, or tablet. And please be informed that uTalk application also work offline. That's what of the most benefit things that we can have it here in the Philippines. And uTalk syncs between devices, and courses are unlocked through access code. And you're gonna find it out later when we do the live demonstration. Now, let's talk about using the uTalk application. Right? So in using the uTalk application, what you just need to do is to download the application. It will work with your Android phone. It will work with your computers. Okay. It will also work with Mac. All right. So we'll be sharing you more of that on the chat box for your reference. Then at this moment, let's talk about uTalk content. Okay. Okay, for uTalk content, it comes with multi-platform language learning course. Okay, that supports teens learning languages anywhere. So this uTalk application can be used for a school. It can be used for company as well, right? So everybody can enjoy learning language using the application. All right. Then with uTalk, it comes with a graded structured learning covering the CFR, which is the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages up to intermediate level. And then there are around 180 hours of graded learning split over 3 levels using video at higher levels and subscription-based services for the uTalk application. Then it also comes with with the level progression. Okay, so let me show you the uTalk progression. All right, wherein there are different levels. So we have level 1, level 2, level 3. With this uTalk level progression, as you can see, we have there getting started, wherein you will enjoy first words, food and drinks, colors, adjective, numbers, and then shopping words and level 1 quiz. So this application is also good for travelers out there. So out and about, it's all about transportation, places, countries, okay, and what else? Outdoors, animals, animal body. Then it also comes with quizzes. Then making friends, we'll be talking about adjectives, shopping words, holiday, family, occupation, school, and quiz right afterwards. Then we'll be talking about as well health and leisure, at home and business. Then right afterwards, the next level to that is level 2 with praises, level 3 for greetings, getting around at the restaurants, and etc. So the progression is designed for us to adapt of what are the needed languages that we need in order for us to explore things around us. Okay, then let's talk about using the application. Okay, so the uTalk application works on all your devices. So what you just need to do is download, sign in, and start learning, of course. So it will work with iPhone and iPod. It will work with Android. It will work with Windows and even in Mac. So you can learn everywhere, and you can learn with your own face. Right. So upon buying this course, you will receive, of course, an instruction and a complete guideline and a code for you to download the uTalk application. So what you just need to do is follow the given instruction. Then you need to create an account using your email address. And if you already have an account, what you just need to do is to select the option to add the code to your existing account. Then you will be directed to download the application to your device and will receive an email prompt to verify your account. But if you are interested to purchase, what you just need to do is give us your inquiry in feltamultimedia@gmail.com, and our technical people will be happy to assist you on that. Okay, so it comes with plenty of languages that we can enjoy with the application. So technically, you can learn from a range over 130 different languages, including our language, which is Tagalog. And to change the language, you are learning from click on the setting icon in the top right of the screen and simply click on application language. And you can then scroll down or search for Tagalog. So we can set up whatever language that we want to use for that certain application. Right. So later on, we'll be showing you that on the actual demonstration. Then another good thing with this uTalk application, as you work your way through the activities, you will definitely accumulate points, which show you in the progress bar at the bottom of the screen. So please rely on the pictures that is included on my slide. And you will also notice that the circular border around each topic icon peel up as you gain points, and each topic earns you approximately 340 points if you completed. Actually, this tracking progress is one of the way that will be more engaged playing the game. Just like, for example, me and my son is playing the application last night, and he's very engaged. For he saw that while he is playing the application, he is also earning points that make him more excited to open more activity. So technically, this tracking progress will keep us engaged. For every time that we open a certain activity, we are aiming for more points. Okay? Then later on, we'll be discussing of what would be the purpose of those points that we can accumulate for each activity. All right. Please take note. Approximately for each topic, you can earn 340 if you ever complete each topic. All right. Then the thing is, how does the game work? So it comes with a standard topic. Okay. The standard uTalk topics are based on engaging graphics accompanied by native speaker audio and text. With this course, for example, of standard topics are short phrases, social phrases, troubling, preposition, and likes and dislikes. So the question is, how we gonna succeed in using a uTalk application based on our objectives? All right. So there are 5 games to play in the application as well praise app practices, and all of them will help you learn. So you can do them in any order that you like or in any order that you are comfortable with. Okay. So it also comes with the pictures that will help you grasp the meaning of all the words and phrases as you go along. But if you get stuck and go to praise practice, it has written translation and the meaning in your own languages. So you don't need to worry and you can explore it by yourself. Just like what I am saying a while ago, my 5-year-old boy is enjoying the uTalk application, learning Japanese language. Okay? And the pictures are there for another reason too. Linking words to picture is proven to boost our memory that we usually do when we are gaming, and it's called dual coding. All right. So let's explore the standard topics on how the game will work. All right. So first is, okay, we will have the practice phase. Okay. This is actually your first introduction to the new vocabulary. And please take note, watch yourself there. There will be no pressure here, for it's just your chance to try out the new vocabulary and discuss or discover which words you will find the hardest. Now, let me show you a sample video.
We like to think of this as the playground. There's no pressure here. It's just your chance to try out the new vocabulary and discover which words you find hardest.
Hello,
I'd like a coffee, please.
how much does this cost?
Listen to the sounds of the new language and get familiar with the images. If you're not sure about the meaning of a new word, the translation in your own language will help you.
All right. So as you can see, for that practice phase, what you just need to do is listen to the sound of the language as spoken by the native speakers. So we have male and female native speakers for each category. And what you just need to do is familiarize yourself with the images with which accompany each time of vocabulary, as there are visual anchors which will reinforce learning by engaging the visual side of your brain. And if you are not sure about the meaning of a new word, the Tagalog translation will help you. All right. Then next to that is the easy game. All right. This is where the learning really starts. For in each rounds represented with 4 vocabulary options. Then what you just need to do is to select the correct one from the oral prompts. Then listening very carefully means that you can get full marks without having learned all the words perfectly. All right, so let me show you a sample video.
This is where the learning really starts. In each round, you're presented with 4 vocabulary options, then have to select the correct one from the oral prompt.
Passport,
Yes.
Listening very carefully means that you can get full marks without having learned all of the words perfectly. This helps to boost confidence at an early stage. And if you don't get full marks first time round, knowing that it is possible through careful listening means that you'll go back again and again until you've won all those points.
All right. So this activity will help to boost confidence at an early stage. And if you don't get full marks first time around, knowing that it is possible through careful listening means that you go back again and again until you've won all those points. Okay. Next standard topic right after easy game is speaking game.
This is your first real chance to listen to your voice in the new language. It's often what people find most uncomfortable, but makes a real difference to understanding a language. Recording each word or phrase yourself, then playing through a version of the easy game with your own audio, makes you really listen to the words and decide which aspects of pronunciation you need more work on. By this stage, you'll recognize the words you already know, so it sifts out the ones you haven't got to grips with yet.
Right, so as you can see from the first phase of the activity and up to the speaking game, the level of difficulty is connected, and with this speaking game, you're going to apply all the learnings that you get from the easy level and from the previous activity. Then next to that is the hard game. All right. So by this stage, you'll recognize which words you already know. So this will definitely help you to sift out the ones that you haven't got to grips with yet. And in the hard games, you have to select the correct card from an audio prompt in rounds of increasing complexity. So let me show you the video.
In the hard game, you have to select the correct card from an audio prompt in rounds of increasing complexity. If you're finding this game hard, go back to practice to have another look at some of the vocabulary. Repeating rounds will help words stick in your mind.
All right. So if you are finding this game hard, what you just need to do is go back to practice to have another look at some of the vocabulary until you perfect it. All right. So next to that would be the memory game, the hardest game in uTalk. Okay, here you not only have to know the words in the language that you are learning, but you have to remember where on the screen they are when the cards flip over. And then the timer means that there is no time for you to translate in your head. You really need to know the new words instantly. It's definitely top and it's meant to be. This is the ultimate test of how you will recognize the vocabulary. Then let me show you the video.
The hardest game in uTalk. Here, you not only have to know the words in the language you're learning, but you have to remember where on the screen they are when the cards flip over. The timer means that there's no time to translate in your head. You really need to know the new words instantly. It's tough and it's meant to be. This is the ultimate test of how well you recognize the vocabulary. And once you've cracked it, you'll be well on your way to remembering all the new words.
All right. So that's the hardest game in uTalk. Okay, it's really tough and it's meant to be. So this is the ultimate test of how will you recognize your vocabulary. And then next to that would be the recall.
Finally, there's recall, the revision session. Whereas the previous activities teach you to understand what you hear, this one focuses on speaking, which uses a different part of the brain. It's quite hard to begin with, but gets easier with practice. Using nothing but a written prompt in your own language, you go through the full list of vocabulary, recording each word and marking yourself against the native speaker. You bring your language skills together here, speaking first, then listening back. And our tests show that learners judge themselves much more harshly than someone else would. This is the final check that the words have really sunk in.
All right, so there you go. So those are the standard topics that we can enjoy using the uTalk application. As I mentioned earlier, we're very fortunate this morning for we'll be having Mr. Steve Etalk from uTalk, the managing director all the way from London. So let me welcome Mr. Steve Etalk from uTalk to do the live demonstration of the uTalk application.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Mr. Steve.
Hello. Thank you very much, Annalyn. Thank you.
All right, so take it away.
I'm going to share my screen in a minute to give you the opportunity to find out about what it looks like and how it works. So just 2 seconds, and I will do that. Just 2 minutes.
So while Sir Steve is setting up his screen he'll be showing us the uTalk application. It's 2 a.m. I think 2 to 3 a.m. in London right now.
It's very early in the morning. Yes, that's right.
So thank you for giving us your time this morning.
No problems at all. I'm just going to go through a little process to share my screen. Just give me 2 minutes or 1 minute.
So I know that most of our watchers out there are really excited to see what's inside the application. As you can see from the earlier presentation, there are different level of games that we can enjoy using the application. We all know that game-based learning approach is one of the best approach that we can offer with 21st century learners at the moment. And especially right now that we are facing a COVID-19 pandemic, and most of us or most of our learners at this moment is doing a remote learning setup. So I guess this uTalk application will be the best application that they can use in order for them to enhance their language skills. Because with this application, they can learn with their own pace, with the comfort, of course, of their home. Okay. All right, so I guess Sir Steve is having difficulties with his connection. So again, I'll be discussing how the game works and the standard topic that I've showed you earlier. But again, Sir Steve from uTalk will be showing us the live demonstration. So what are the standard topic that we can enjoy having the uTalk application? So we have there the practice game, wherein it will be the first introduction to the new vocabulary of the chosen language that you want to study and explore. And with that practice game, there will be no pressure. All right. So what you just need to do is for you to try it and test it. Then right afterwards, the next level would be the easy game. With easy game, this is actually where the learning really starts. For in each rounds, you'll be presented with 4 vocabulary options. Okay, then you have to select the correct one from the oral prompts, as what we've showed you on the video. All right, so I guess we already have Sir Steve again. Hello, sir.
I do apologize. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Can you see my screen? Can you see the uTalk screen?
Sir, from the icon, kindly, from the lower icon of the StreamYard, kindly click share.
Okay, just 2 seconds, and I will do
Alright,
that.
it's okay. And then right afterwards, it will give you two options. We're in the first one is video file, and the second one would be share screen.
Okay.
And then you need to choose your entire screen for you to share your slide. And if you have audio to show us, you need to click on the lower left side of your screen, the share audio button.
The lower, okay, just 2 seconds.
And then right afterwards, share.
Okay, just 2 seconds.
It's okay. We're all excited. Okay, coming up. There you go.
There we go. So, right. So here we go then, everyone. The main menu screen of uTalk is the screen that shows you all the languages that we do. And as Annalyn was saying, we do actually nearly now 140 languages. So we've added a few over the last few months, and you can see the very wide range of languages that we have available. I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to show you some examples using American English because that's the one that Annalyn. That's the one that I'm going to show the audience, isn't it? That's the one I'm going to show everybody today. We do. I've got Spanish and I've got Mandarin Chinese available as well. But I think for the purposes of making it sort of easy to demo the language, I'm going to go into American English. So I'll just click on the American English icon, and that takes me into the program itself. And you can see here that there are 6 categories, as Annalyn was showing you a little bit earlier. And each of these categories unlocks a series of topics. So it's really easy. You just click on a category like this, and you can see a row of topics. And the 1, the 2, and the 3, those are the levels. So as I go along, you can see I'm on level 1 topics. That's colors, adjectives, counting up to 20 shopping words. At the end of level 1, I have a quiz. And then I go into level 2, and the level 2 categories, shopping phrases, essential phrases, directions. So they get a little bit more difficult, a little bit more challenging as you go higher. And then there's a quiz, and then there are the level 3 categories, greetings, getting around, at the restaurant. Within this getting started theme. And there are 6 of these themes overall. So it's really it's really well organized, and there is a very clear learning pathway through the resources. If I scroll down a bit, I can see all the topics here listed, all nearly 100 topics listed. So I can just go straight into a topic. So you're teaching, and if you say you are teaching colors, or you're teaching the alphabet, or you're teaching, say, the names of different foodstuffs, so you've got cooking, fruit, vegetables, and ingredients, then you can dive straight into a topic which is related to what you're teaching, and set it, say, as a homework for children to do, to follow up what you've been doing in class, or as something that children might do during your classroom time, where they might spend 10, 15 minutes revising these particular terms. And that's really important, because the content of uTalk is not locked down. So it doesn't mean that you as a teacher have to follow the exact learning pathway. It does mean that you're free to choose any of these topics at any point, whenever it fits into your teaching program. And what we can do and what we have done with other educational boards is we can map our content to the teaching program that you are teaching. So that's something which I think might be of great interest to you. So now I'm going to show you exactly how it works, and I'm going to take in a few examples from different topics so that you can see what a topic looks like. Because Annalyn described the topics, and the topics themselves, you can see what they are here, but let's go into one or two of them to get a feeling for what they do. So I think one of my favorites is likes and dislikes. So let's try that. That's a good one. So you've got your 6 different stages of learning, and you're going to be introduced to the phrases with the phrase practice part here. So it's just loading up at the moment, and I'm going to.
Do you like pizza?
So can you hear the audio from the program?
Clear and loud. Yes.
You can. Okay.
Do you like pizza?
So as Annalyn was saying, we use native speakers in our programs, and we're really very careful about that, because a lot of programs tend to use text-to-speech technology. They don't use real human voices, but we do. Do you like pizza? So I'm going to try and say that now myself.
Do you like pizza?
So,
Do you like pizza?
okay, I'm listening again.
Do you like pizza?
That snail icon is that the audio is being said a little bit more slowly to give you a chance to kind of understand it if you didn't quite catch it in the first place. And with the microphone icon, I'm going to try saying it. Do you like pizza? Do you like pizza?
Do you like pizza?
So I've just listened to the native speaker, and I've heard myself, and I'm comparing myself with the native speaker, and I am deciding here whether I said it pretty well or not very well. And I think I'm okay, so I'm going to give myself a tick, and I'm going to go on to the next one.
Do you like tomatoes?
Do you like tomatoes?
I'm going to try that one again. Do you like tomatoes? Do you like tomatoes?
Do you like tomatoes?
I'm actually putting on I'm actually from England, and we're a British company, but you're looking at American English, so I'm kind of changing my accent a little bit and using tomatoes. If I would normally say tomatoes. A small difference in pronunciation. So yeah, I'll say yes anyway.
I like pizza.
So here you're learning, the phrases I like, I don't like, I loved it, I hated it. And you have this set of phrases here that you're going through. You're fine-tuning your pronunciation. You're listening as often as you like. You're having a go at saying it. Nobody's judging you. The computer isn't judging you. Your phone isn't judging you. You're practicing, and you're taking your time at it. There's no time pressure.
I'm not very good at tennis.
So you've always got your picture, and you've always got the written text. Something which I'm going to go out of this now, this particular activity of phrase practice, because I'm going to go, and I'm going to come back into likes and dislikes in a second. But there is something else I'm going to show you, which is the really important, and again, as Annalyn said earlier, the application language. So I'm going to change the application language to Tagalog, just so that you can see what it looks like and how it works. And that's a very simple process. I've just done it. That's it. And here I am back in the program, and most of the program is now set in Tagalog. Most of it's set in Tagalog. So I'm going to go back into the program, and I'm going to play some of the games. And let's try the easy game. This is the easy game, which you can do the games and quizzes in any order you like. There's no fixed order, but the easy game is probably the best one to do right after your practice.
Have you seen Casablanca? Do you like reading? I prefer coffee. Do you like tea? Do you like tea?
So you saw what happened there. You had 4 pictures, and you heard what you heard the phrases associated with them, and now you have to decide. They got switched round, and you have to decide which is the right one. Do you like tea?
Do you like tea?
Yes.
I get a point. There we go.
Do you like dancing? I prefer walking. It's boring. Do you like tanning? I prefer walking.
Okay, so I'm going to get this wrong, and I'm going to click on this one.
It's boring.
No.
I prefer walking.
And I'm showing you that because if you get an answer wrong, it does show up here on the bottom where you are accumulating your points, but also you're accumulating the ones that you got wrong. And the idea is that you don't want to get that many wrong if you can possibly help it.
I prefer walking.
Okay, I got that.
Yes.
What did you think of it? I prefer TV. I don't like tomatoes. Do you like dancing? Do you like dancing?
Okay, so we just do that one again.
What did you think of it?
No.
Do you like dancing?
Got that wrong.
Do you like dancing?
Yes.
I'm good at singing.
So I won't go through all of
like
that, but I think it gives you an
I like
idea
pizza.
about how that works. So you've
Do
got
you
your
like
4
pizza?
cards, and the 4 cards are...
I like pizza.
There's always 4 cards here. And this is the... you're beginning to be tested, but you're also revising because you're hearing the phrases at the beginning of the game. So this is going from the presentation stage of language learning, which is what you have here, where we were doing the phrase practice. Just to remind you what that looks like, going back.
Do you like pizza?
And here you can see the phrase in English and the translation in Tagalog. So this is the presentation stage. You're not under pressure. You're listening. You're practicing, as I said. And the easy game is there. Then we have the hard game, and the hard game is much harder because you don't get any clues. There's nothing to tell you what the answer is. You either know it or you don't.
What did you think of it?
What did you think of it?
What did you think of it?
Yes.
We had that one before.
I prefer TV.
Again, you can hear the word as often as you like.
I prefer TV. I prefer TV.
Yes. I prefer soccer.
Now, we use pictures for all of our, we use images for all of our topics. You'll have seen all these images. You'll have gone through them maybe a few times when you were in the phrase practice. So these should be familiar to you.
I prefer soccer. Are you good at it?
Nope.
Mm.
I prefer soccer.
Ah,
I prefer soccer.
Yes. Are you good at it?
Are you good at it?
Yes. I
okay.
hated it.
Right. Well, we're going to leave this game now, and we're going to now move on to the speaking game. With uTalk, it's really important for you to kind of understand that, as Annalyn said, we don't focus very much on grammar. In fact, we don't do grammar explanations at all. We don't do any reading, or rather writing. There is reading a little bit, but not very much. The main focus is communication. The main focus is, and that's what we think we do well, is helping learners, encouraging learners to get used to the sounds of a language and get used to and training their voices to pronounce a language. This is the speaking game, and this is a very good example of what I'm talking about.
I prefer swimming.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set the game up. And I'm going to set the game up by repeating these 5 phrases. So the game hasn't started yet. I'm setting it up. I prefer swimming. I prefer swimming.
Do you like dancing?
Do you like dancing? Do you like dancing?
I play for a team.
I play for a team. I play for a team.
Do you like tanning?
Do you like tanning? Do you like tanning?
I like dancing.
I like dancing. I like dancing. So this bit isn't too difficult. I basically had to repeat the phrase. So the next thing is I'm going to click on the arrow. I play for a team. And what you see here is you see 9 cards, and I've just heard my own voice. This is me. I play for a team. And I've actually generated a game, and I have to choose the phrase which I have repeated, recognizing the picture and making sure that I don't pick the wrong one. And there are other pictures which I did not repeat. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually doing 2 things. One is I'm understanding what I said. I'm recognizing my own voice. And secondly, I'm actually understanding the correct language.
I play for a team.
Yes.
Do you like dancing? So if I click on this one.
I like dancing.
No.
Do you like dancing?
Do you like dancing?
Yes.
So here I go. I'm just going through the game. I like dancing. So I think this is really motivating for a child to do, because instead of sort of just listening to themselves, which I think is important and is part of what we do anyway, it's taking it a stage further and actually putting their voices into a little game, a little quiz. And so they're listening to themselves. They've generated the quiz and they're listening to their voices in the quiz, which I think is kind of cool and motivating, because you're going to want to try and get it right. I like dancing. I like dancing. Which one's that one? That must be that one.
I like dancing.
Yes.
Okay. So I prefer swimming. I'm going to move out of that. And I'm going to pick another topic, actually. I've been doing, talking about likes and dislikes. Let's do another one, which I will. Let's have a look. See what other ones I might pick as we go down. There are a lot. I'm not going to go through all of them. Don't worry. I'm looking for one in particular. Let's do the time. Let's go through a time. So just to show you what's in the time, so you can see. I'll go into phrase practice for the time, so you can see what the content is.
2 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
So here you're practicing
Midnight.
different times of the day.
1:30.
9:30.
2:30.
5:45.
So you're really taken through all possible times, the hour, quarter past, half past, and everything in between. So I'm going to now do I'm now going to do the memory game. And as we were saying earlier, the memory game is kind of the hardest, one of the hardest, most challenging, one of the really tough games, because it really puts you on the spot, and it is time limited. So it's the exact opposite of the introduction of the phrase practice, where you've got all the time in the world to play those, to practice and to play your voice and to listen to yourself and to keep perfecting your pronunciation. With memory game, you're really put on the spot. So we go from one extreme to the other.
11:20.
Okay, so
Yes.
doesn't seem too difficult at the moment. There's only 2 cards.
5 till 12. Yes. 6:10. Yes.
But it does get harder.
5:40. Yes. 1 o'clock. Yes. 5 o'clock. Yes. Eight o'clock. Yes. 3:05.
3 o'clock.
No. 3:05. Yes. 7:40.
6:35.
No. 7:40. Yes. 4:15. Yes. 1:30. Yes. 12:25. Yes. 2:30.
6:45.
No. 2:30. Yes. 6:45. Yes.
So you can see what's going on here. It is getting harder.
1 o'clock.
And then at this point, I'm just against the clock.
Yes. 5:40. Yes. 5 till 9. Yes. 4 o'clock. 11:20. Yes. 10 o'clock. Yes. 9:35. Yes. 3:10. Yes. 8:20.
Anyway,
10:30.
this is really challenging. I'm not going to carry on too far, but you can see it's fun, and you really want to get it right, and it is hard to get it right 100% of the time. So
8:30.
a great way of practicing and really sort of getting you to think, not just recognize the right time, but think in the language too. So that's the memory game for you. And then finally, this is the recall game. And the recall game is different in the sense that you've got the word, you've got the time here, you've got the word in Tagalog here, but you have to say it in English. 12:45. 12:45.
12:45.
Okay, and I got that right. 8:30. 8:30.
8:30.
7:45. 7:45.
7:45.
Okay, I'm doing quite well. Midnight 25. Midnight 25.
12:25.
Okay. Well, it was 12:25, so I can't say that I got that right exactly. $8:55. 8:55.
5 till 9.
Well, okay. The right answer, according to this, is 5 till 9. Actually, 8:55 is okay too. But as I didn't get that strictly right, I should have said 5 till 9. I'm going to give myself I'm going to be really strict and give myself say it's wrong. And that's because when you were going through the times, the times that you were learning were the times in the practice section. Those were the times. So that's what you need to go on. So in conclusion about the topics, and as Annalyn was explaining, and as I've been showing you, all the topics have this really very fixed way, very structured way of reinforcing the language, teaching the language, reinforcing it, and getting you to speak and getting you to listen. And all of this sort of comes together to help you improve your listening and speaking skills through learning sets of words, vocabulary, and phrases. And all the topics, they're all everyday language, everyday situations, everyday things that you need to learn. And they're all very related to things that you need to learn when you are learning a language. And the slightly higher level, if you get the chance to try uTalk for yourselves, the higher uTalk for yourselves, the higher level ones do cover a little bit of slightly more sort of technological and business topics. And I think depending on the age of the children that you teach, they might well be very, very useful as well. Now, I'm sure you're asking yourselves as teachers, okay, how do I use it? How do I know the child is actually benefiting from it? What is it doing? And the answer to that is that using I can say they're using the program, and you might think they're using the program, but you need a bit of evidence, and you need to see what they're doing. And that is why we have a way for you as a teacher to keep an eye and monitor their usage and performance on the app. And we have a dashboard to help you do that. Now, I can demo the dashboard for you. Annalyn, are you there?
Hi.
Hi, Annalyn. Yeah. Shall I demo the dashboard? Do we have time for that?
Before we proceed with the dashboard, Steve, just for a moment. A while ago, I'll show them the tracking progress, and you demonstrate the different categories of the game that we can enjoy with uTalk application.
Absolutely.
And I mentioned a while ago that each activity that we did for a game, we can accumulate scores. Now, can you explain more of what would happen to those accumulated points?
Yeah, of course. The accumulated points are come as a result of playing the games. So if I just go on to one of the topics, as I did, as I was showing you, just to show you, you will get scores from all of these parts of the topic, except phrase practice. Phrase practice doesn't give you points, but the roundabout 320 points on average that you get from doing a topic is recorded in the bottom there. I mean, at the moment I've got 98, so I've only just started using this. The more points you get, the closer you get to receiving a certificate, which is something that will come out of the dashboard and can be issued by your teacher. Also, we do have something called uCoins, and I'm not going to go into too much detail about uCoins, except to say that these are actually bonus points which you get if you score well on a lot of topics, and the uCoins will allow you to unlock extra content. Now, that extra content may be or is going to be content that maybe you haven't been set by your teacher. It might be another language that you could begin learning, a little bit of another language. So if your school is using American English or Chinese or Japanese or several languages, and a child is getting some of these uCoins, the uCoin will unlock some extra content, and that child can have the opportunity of picking maybe another language that the school hasn't got, the school hasn't bought. The points system, there are a maximum of 30,000 points, okay? Which means that if you get 30,000 points or near enough, then you've done absolutely everything there is to do on the program. Normally, we would expect most students to have done really well if they can get 3/4 of that over time, 75% of that. But it's kind of down to you how much of uTalk you want to cover and how many topics. It's probably easiest to explain that by saying that it's more important for you to monitor the individual topics and their scores from individual topics, rather than thinking about, oh, they're nowhere near 30,000 points yet. You know, if a child has done a topic and he scored 290 out of 320, then he's done very well indeed. And you know, that is an achievement. What we focus more on are these small achievements. I don't know if that answers your question, Annalyn, but in terms of the achievements from different topics, it's all these small achievements that you're building up.
Yep. Yeah. I'm actually good with that. For we're very excited with all the contents that we can enjoy with uTalk. For we already we have partner schools that is already using uTalk, and this points and small achievements makes our student more engaged to use the application.
Yes, absolutely. There, it's knowing that you've gone through a topic and that you've got a good score on the topic alone is I think a really important small step, and it's these small steps that you take as you become more confident as a language learner. So I'm not going to. I think I've gone through a lot of the given you an idea of the actual uTalk content on the app. This is the app I've been showing you, and most of its features. There's one final feature that might be that's just very quickly. I'll show you in 30 seconds. This is a little reference area. So if there's a word or a phrase that you want to look up and check, maybe a word that you are unsure of, or a word that you want to teach, or a word that you are that you want to highlight to the class, then you can do it here. So if I type in the word, for example, let's think. Like, and all the words, all the instances of like come up, and
I like tomatoes.
And you can hear the word.
I like pizza.
And this is a really neat feature.
I like dancing.
Because what it does is it gives you all the examples where we have the word like.
I like soccer.
Which I think might be useful. And if you want to as well, you can actually add that to your favorites list. So I've added that. So I can come back to that phrase, I like tomatoes, at any point in the future. And you can add as many phrases as you want, and you can remove them very easily by just clicking on the bin. So that's a really great feature. A reference feature, your own personal dictionary.
All right, that's awesome.
So that's it from me with the app itself. I'm not sure if, as I said, you would like me to cover the dashboard and show you a little bit about that.
Yeah, you can share the dashboard, and right afterwards we'll be sharing the dashboard that we create also for Felta.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to change my share now. Let me just, for the moment, and I'm going to find the dashboard program. 2 seconds. Okay. Right. Okay, so this is the dashboard of a school, an example school. And the dashboard shows you the basically first page, the home page shows you the that you can divide your students into classes. Here are some example classes: 8M, 8P, 7L, 7R, 8M, 8P. And you can also see the languages. In this particular school is doing French, Latin, Spanish, and Latin American Spanish. And you can also file a report. So you can actually custom the report from any of the students, and there's a list of students here, a user ranking, and you can see the name of the student and the student's score. And you can, it's very easy to use. There's a leaderboard here, which shows you how many, not just the score, but the number of medals they've got. And the medals are related to their scores in the topics. And this is something that I really wanted to show you, because this is really, really motivating, where you can see, and let's take this particular student, and you can see that this student has got a number of gold medals, a number of silver medals, and a number of bronze medals, and they're illustrated. The topics that the student has done are illustrated in a sheet, in something that can be printed out and given to that student, given to her, which is really, really cool. And it's like a little kind of achievement which she can take home and put on her, give to her parents, or put on her, put in her notebook. You can create groups, as many groups as you like. When I say groups, I mean you can split your students. If you have a large number of students and you are a teacher, you really only want to manage the students who are in your class. This is very easily done on the dashboard. It isn't scary. It's easy to upload students to the dashboard. Felter will, Annalyn and Annalyn's colleagues at Felter will explain how this all works, but it's really, really simple. Not scary at all. And users, in this particular school, there's 174 users, and I'm actually going to hide their email addresses. And you can see the users here, and you can see the scores, the number of hours they've been learning, the number of logins. So if you set a particular task for homework, you can see immediately whether or not they've done it, just by looking at the dashboard at a glance. Really, really simple. For all users, or the users in a particular class. So I'm not going to kind of spend too long on the dashboard, except to say that you can download data for all the students in a particular class, or just one student, to an Excel, a CSV file. And that's really, really useful. With the report of a student, take this student's report. Student has got, his best topic is Spanish, where he's got 330 points in the adjectives topic. He's got 2 golds, 2 silver, and a bronze. You can see a really detailed report about the top topics that student's been doing, and you can even create a certificate for him. And that's an example. And that certificate can be sent to that student by email, or it can be printed out. So there's lots of things you can do with the dashboard. It'll take you a few minutes to get your head around how it works, and it's an essential part of managing the way your students use the app. So I think I'll leave it at that, and I'll hand back over to Annalyn.
Right, so with that information and management tool, that would be a very great solution for all the schools here in the Philippines, and we're all excited to use the uTalk application. And with that, I would like to thank Sir Steve from uTalk. Thank you so much for spending your early morning with us. And
no problem at all.
Oh, thank you so much. I know it's 2 to 3 a.m. there in London, and we've learned so many things from the uTalk application itself. And we're very much ready to roll out here in the Philippines. Here from the Philippines, we thank you. Maraming salamat at mabuhay.
Thank you very much. I look forward to answering any questions as well in the future.
Oh, yeah, of course. All right. Thank you so much, Steve. And you can enjoy the rest of your the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. All the best. Bye-bye, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
All right. So there you go. As I'm saying a while ago, we're very fortunate to have Mr. Steve uTalk from uTalk to share with us what we can explore on the uTalk application. Now, we'll be talking more of what are the benefits that we can get with the application. So the thing is, why the uTalk app is a top of the class for schools. Okay, as you can see, as we dive in exploring of what are the different activity we can enjoy, it will definitely makes learning fun. For as you can see, it comes with level of difficulty that we can enjoy. Then it definitely introduced exciting new languages. As I mentioned, my 5-year-old boy is exploring Japanese and Korean. For he saw me watching Korean novellas and Japanese animation as well. So with those simple exploration, it will greatly help our learners to explore more things using the application. And yes, it encouraged independent learning. As you can see from what we dive into the application, we can learn all the language in our own pace. Okay, it will greatly help us to become more confident. For there will be no person who is judging us if we are pronouncing the words correct or incorrect. We have the all time for us to practice and enjoy the application. And student can play at home or at school. For as I mentioned, it is available with different devices that we might have. Then we can learn from any language, ideal for those whose first language is not English. Okay, then of course, excellent value from the application. As you can see, it's a good thing to use for student, for adults as well, especially for those who loves to travel. And as you can see, our games are designed to be short but hard enough to think you are unlikely to get full marks first time, and giving you to stop, refresh, and come back to a topic later on. And this techniques does more for your memory than cramming. So because what we just need to do is for us to do extra practice on our weak spots. uTalk's intelligent software will identify which words you get wrong and ask you them more often. Okay, then what would be the benefits of using uTalk? Okay, first, it individualized learning so that the student can make progress at their own pace. All right, then it will definitely allow the learners to record their voices and for their pronunciation to be evaluated individually. Strong focus on verbal skills. Then with this uTalk application, AI engine to assist learners to improve pronunciation, work on areas of difficulty, and guide learners through the content. And there are many engaging, challenging games and quizzes to motivate and facilitate learning. And it will definitely increase student confidence in language learning through games and quizzes. And of course, all official world language, including Asian and European language, are available, as well as several varieties of English. Okay, as we all know, most of us is on a remote learning setup. So this uTalk application will keep our student engaged, right? And what are the best way to learn it? Scientists, researchers, and linguists all pull their expertise to make uTalk, and this is the thing why it works. Okay, with uTalk, linking a word to an image creates a stronger memory than using words alone. So each word or phrase you hear on uTalk is represented by a picture. It's called dual coding because it uses both sides of the brain. The left which control the language, and then our right brain which handle the visual information. Now, beside with the dual coding, it also comes with voice recognition technology, and it is a good but still not as the human ear. That's why users are asked to judge for themselves how their pronunciation compares with a native speakers as part of two YouTube game. As you remember, for faces category game, we gonna hear the native speaker, right? Then right afterwards, we need to do our own recording, and we need to compare our recorded voice to the native speaker. Then afterwards, we are the one to judge if that is pretty good enough for us as users. Okay, then repeating new information will definitely boost your memory. So words you want to learn pop up in different games, and words so you struggle with are identified by intelligence software and crop up more often. Okay, then uTalk practice section introduces new words into your short-term memory, while its other five games, which get progressively more challenging, are aimed and at getting them into your long-term memory. So you keep on practice. The games are designed to be short but hard enough that you are unlikely to get full marks first time, and giving you time to stop, refresh, and come back to a topic later on. That's because space repetition does more for your memory than cramming. So we believe that practice always makes perfect. Okay, then one more thing, best way to learn uTalk is uTalk makes learning fun, and that releases a feel-good chemical called dopamine into our bloodstream, which boosts motivation and aids recall. Um, Actually, our company, Felta team, is also using the uTalk application. As you can see, we are the one organizing local events here in the Philippines and also join international event. So my team is also using the uTalk application, and it really makes them feel happy when they unlock a certain activity. So for all the users out there, keep up the good work, practice, play the game, score points, and enjoy. All right. And a while ago, Sir Steve from uTalk also mentioned the dashboard. Okay, so this is one of the special features of the uTalk application. It comes with a dashboard. It's an information management tool that visualize or tracks and analyze and display the key performance of all the users. So the manager, the admin, or the teachers can check up on staff's or student usage of the language program via dashboards. So let's discuss the key features of it. As I mentioned a while ago, uTalk comes with international standard for language ability, which the CEFR A02V1 represent Common European Framework of References for Languages. And it comes with measurable impact on student communicative skills, listening and speaking. Then it also increased teachers' confidence to support pupils' language learning, especially the teachers' own language skills. For we can monitor their progress, and a dashboard provide detailed user data. Now, let me show you our dashboard for your reference. Okay. Actually, Sir Steve from uTalk already show you some glimpse of what we can enjoy with uTalk dashboard. So for viewers out there, okay, this dashboard is very easy to use. Okay, but you don't need to worry if you avail. Okay, Felta Multimedia technical team will be the one to train you and to set it up for you. As you can see, sir, as you can see, we have here Felta Multimedia dashboard. Okay. Sir Steve from uTalk showed you a dashboard of a school from their area. All right. So this is the home screen wherein we can add up our company, our school, or our institution. So that's ours, Felta Multimedia. So the institution logo can be included on the dashboard to make it more formal. And then from the home page, we can see, as you can see, we have the filter report, wherein we have the group wherein we can create up to maximum of 10 groups. For example, grade 1 to grade 10, but on our end, we are using this on our institution. So our group here in our institution is the ICC team, which is our training center. We have Delta Tech Book team, we have the marketing team, the sales team, and etc. So I'll be picking I Create Cafe Manila team, which is ICC. There you go. Then when I update the report, okay, it will just give me the information about with the group that I choose, okay, which is from ICC. As you can see, we have there the ranking. We have Rochelle, Annalyn, Joven, Lance, and L'Oreal. Wherein this is also the area wherein we can monitor the users' progress. As you can see, Rochelle got 200, sorry, for my eyes, 236 score. And then I got 79 score. And my boys are not using the application. So technically, I'll get back onto this afterwards. Okay. So this is one of the benefit that we can get from the dashboard. We can monitor the users and we can track their progress. Then right afterwards, I'll click the class report for me to see the login count. So as you can see from ICC group, at the moment there are no users who are using it. Then we can also see the top topics that they are using. So since this is new to the group, so most of them are really enjoying the first words. And for medal tally, one of the team got the bronze medal already. And our top scorer for best topic is Miss Rochelle Pajardo. She loves to open the Japanese content. Under first word, he gathered 206 points. Okay, so as you can see, the top language that they are using here is Japanese, English, American, and Chinese. Okay, there you go. Then right afterwards, next to that, from the home page or from the home screen, okay, we can get the chance to see the leaderboard. So from our institution, we have here the list. Okay, there you go. As you can see, it will show us their score, the gain medals from bronze, silver, gold, and total medals that they earned already. And we can view the report. So let's have Rochelle. As you can see, she already got welcome abroad for first word. Okay. Then right afterwards, next to that is next icon to that is to manage group. So we can create group. That's the thing. So that's very easy. No need for us to elaborate. Then next to that is, there you go. So that's the group. So we can remove, we can delete the group, and we can add users as well. All right. So this is very convenient for schools. For time to time, we can add users, and when we can remove as well. Then next to that, we can, as you can see from my group, there are total of 10 users. So for monitoring purposes, this dashboard is really helpful for an institution, especially for school, for you can easily track and monitor the user's progress. Okay. And then next to that is the teacher and admin screen. Okay, there you go. This is one of the best icon that I really love. Okay, so as you can see, we have here settings for administrators and teachers. But what I love most is for us to customize the settings. So that is very simple. But what I really love here is we can create certificates for the users. Okay. For example, let's pick Annalyn and then create certificates. And what you just need to do is fill up those texts, and then custom text, and then fill up the setup for that certain users. And then as you can see, we already have there the sample certificate that we can give afterwards to our users. This certificate will be a great tool for us to encourage our students, for them to continue and unlock more activity. Then right after we fill in, okay, we can download. Oh, so actually there are two options. We can download the certificate, then afterwards we can email it to our students. Okay, so let's check this one. So I'll create certificate for myself. There you go, and let's see. Okay, just for a minute. And that's it. Okay, right after I accomplish a certain activity, I can receive a uTalk Classroom Certificate of Achievement. As you can see, I'm going to read the citation. This is to certify that I, Annalyn F. Aban, completed the first word topic in Japanese, and it's a well done. Okay, so I guess this is this type of gesture will be a very great help for us to keep our student more engaged in learning and unlock more content using the uTalk application. All right, so I guess that's all for today. And I would like to thank again. I think we still have Sir Steve. All right, so I guess that's all for today, and I hope that you enjoy the solution that we've shared to everybody. Now, if you are interested with uTalk application, you can directly contact us through Felta Multimedia. And then you can send your inquiry through our Gmail account, which is feltamultimediainc@gmail.com. If you have question about the application, and if you want us to conduct demonstration on your school, you may contact us directly at Felta. That's all for today. I hope that you learned something with uTalk. And thank you so much for watching us and staying with us this Saturday morning, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you, and God bless everybody.
Annyeong.
Bonjour. Dzień dobry.
Salve. Habari. Learning languages literally helps us understand each other better. If we can communicate with each other, we are more likely to be able to solve problems together, to make the world a better place in big and small ways. This is what I hope for all of us, and with the help of apps like the one that uTalk has created, we can have fun at the same time.
When you learn a language, it doesn't just enhance your linguistic skills. It, like, in every way academically, it helps you because, like, the awareness of who's around you and what to use in this situation, and the way the games were laid out was very helpful.
I love Chinese. And in Chinese, mine is 在这里游泳安全吗? Yeah, it is really fun. I enjoy the games, and it's a nice opportunity to learn a new language.
I didn't think I was going to win, but I wanted to just do my best so that I just wanted to make my parents proud of me.
I'm pleased to come third, but next year I'll be back.
It's so fantastic to see the enthusiasm they have for it in and outside of the classroom, talking about their scores, talking about how well they've learned their different topics. And even if they don't go as far as the finals or the semi-finals, they've at least learned one extra language on top of the ones they learn at school.
I felt absolutely ecstatic. Everyone's smiling around me, and I felt really, really good then.
Children really enjoy it. It is a challenge. They have to take that challenge on, but it's a very, very enjoyable, worthwhile challenge.
What we hope we give people is the ability to make friends all over the world. Even knowing a few words can make a huge difference. It's the difference between being not to be able to say anything at all or being able to make someone smile.